our podcast, Youth Talk. I'm Aster, and today we're talking about a really special topic. Is it okay for students to drive everywhere? And we have a best guest star. But before that, I want to introduce my members.
Hi, I'm Joy, and I'm really excited to discuss about this topic.
Hi, I'm Jefferson. I think this is super relevant for many listeners, especially for those of us who are getting our licenses or even thinking about it.
To help us untangle this problem today, we have a special guest star, Miss Joyce, who's an expert on driving and road safety. Welcome, Miss Joyce.
Hi Aster, hi Joy, hi Jefferson.
Hi, Miss Joyce.
How are you today?
We're doing pretty good.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast. I'm very glad to be your guest star today.
Okay, so let's start with the good things about student driving. Aster, what do you think about it?
So, I think driving can help students be more independent, and it makes easier too for students to go hang out with friends or go to school, where in places that buses or trains aren't common like Kupang, having a car is a really great choice, right?
That sounds pretty convenient and great. But what about the drawbacks? What are the downsides and trouble that could happen if we don't drive responsibly?
Okay, Jefferson, it's a good question. The biggest problem in driving car is safety. Some young drivers didn't have a lot of experience of driving, so they were likely to get accident. Also, sometimes students get distracted or make risky choices when driving.
That sounds pretty convenient and great. But what about the drawbacks? What are the downsides, the troubles that could happen if we didn't drive responsibly?
Okay, it's a good question, Jefferson. The biggest problem is safety. Some young driver cannot have experience in driving, so they are more likely to get accident. Also, sometimes students get distracted or make risky choices when they drive.
Wow, so driving can be super helpful for getting around, but at the same time, it comes with also pretty serious risky too. It kinds of a double-edged sword then.
Yes, of course, Joy. Driving can be risky or good, and you can choose one of these. You want to be risky or to be good driver. It depends on you.
And also, I think having a car costs a lot of money, right? Like for gas, repairs, and insurance. And I'm sure that can be hard for students because they have no income yet.
Yeah, Esther, that's a really solid point. I definitely hadn't thought about the ongoing cost of owning a car. Though, this driving often can cause a significant effect towards the environment. What are the impacts from driving a lot?
Yes, Jefferson. Driving too much can cause pollution. So it's important for students to think about that. And maybe you can use your car only when needed, not every day. Okay?
So, Miss Joyce, putting on everything that we have been discussed on this table, the independence, the safety concern, and the financial burden, and also the environmental impacts, what is your ultimate take? Should students just be driving everywhere, or no question asked? Or is there a more measured approach?
Okay, Joy, it's a good question. It's depend on. In some place, driving is necessary, but students should learn how to drive safely and be responsible. parents can be setting rules, like no driving in the late at night or with too many friends in the car.
So it makes so much sense, yeah.
Yeah.
And so it really boils down to being careful and responsible and understanding the implication rather than just a blanket. Drive whenever and wherever, or never drive at all. It's about finding balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Precisely. It's all about the balance and making smart choices. You have freedom with your vehicle, but you still need to be mindful and responsible about using your vehicle.
So, Miss Joyce, before we wrap up, do you have any final words of wisdom or advice for students who are driving or planning to driving, and for parents who are navigating this with their kids?
Okay, Joy, Jeffer, and Aster. My last advice for you all as a young driver, you should practice safe driving and follow the rules. And parents should support and guide their kids. Remember, driving is a big responsibility.
So thank you so much, Miss Joyce, for being our guest star in our podcast today, and thank you for sharing your insight for all of the students who watch our video about safety car driving. And see you on the next podcast.
My pleasure, Aster, and I hope all of you can be a good driver. Be responsible. Okay, thank you. See you.
See you.
That's all for today's episode of You Talk Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.
And most importantly, wherever you're driving, riding, or walking, stay safe on the road, everyone. And see you on the next episode of You Talk. Bye-bye!